liar. Kirk Cousins, he's going to be a Minnesota Viking. This was the right call.
Cousins, pressure, hit as he throws, going for Thielen. He's got it! Touchdown! Oh, my Diggs! Stay up! Oh, my God! 30! No way! Touchdown! It's a Minneapolis miracle!
All right. Welcome. Hey, Adam Patrick, how's it going?
It's good. Gotta win.
Another W for Mike Zimmer and the Vikings in the preseason. They just got done playing the Saints. It is it's like 10:30 here. It's like 8:30 there.
Where I am.
Yeah, where you are. Let's talk a little bit about what we saw, what stood out to you. First of all, I want to talk to you a little bit about you got to watch it through the Saints broadcast. So let's tell me a little bit about that.
Well, they were a little biased.
I bet.
If you could imagine, they brought up the pass interference non-call against the Rams in the NFC Championship more than once. You know, Jonathan Vilma is part of the broadcast team, former member of the Bounty Gate. So
yes.
he was interesting to listen to. But yeah, no. It was fun to listen to, especially on that, was it the Treadwell pass interference that got challenged, and they were just struggling to figure out how it wasn't pass interference on Treadwell, despite the Saints player grabbing his arm and not letting go.
Real quick.
They thought that he was the one who did it.
Treadwell was guilty there. Obviously. Real quick, what did you think of that was like our first experience with the I can challenge pass interference stuff. It looked like it went okay. I mean, it wasn't like the smoothest thing ever, but...
No, yeah, a little rough. It's going to be rough at first, just like for them to figure out the time, how long it takes to figure stuff out, because I think right now they're taking their sweet time, so they're not really in a rush.
Got to get it right early.
Yeah, but no, I didn't think it was that big of a deal. What did Mike Zimmer use his pass interference challenge in the first quarter?
Yeah, both of them challenged and both of them lost. Both coaches lost. I thought it was interesting because I kind of assumed that it was going to be more of a important part in the game where you can throw a flag and be like, that had to be pass interference there.
Yeah, where you save it, not just use it right away.
100%. And they were
maybe Mike Zimmer just wanted to see he just wanted to use it,
what it looked like. Yeah, I was thinking that too because they both used it early and it wasn't in exactly crazy important scenarios. Let's talk a little bit about the starters for the Vikings. Let's offensively, they look pretty good. Drove the ball down. Kirk Cousins was 4 for 4, I believe, for 60
I think so.
yards,
60
something like that. Yep, and a touchdown.
Nice touch pass to Adam Thielen there, right on the money. I think. The Saints announcers said, and it's an incomplete, and I'm like, why hasn't he caught it?
Yeah, he was celebrating in the back of the end zone with the ball. Yeah, that was... I
think they should have given him a touchdown. It's preseason. Come on, guys.
I know, right?
But then I did like when they were on the goal line and they lined up in a goal line formation. And I like the play action to Madison because they probably assumed he was just going to run it in. And then they got an easy pass to him in the end zone for the touchdown. So I liked the... just thinking about every single play and going into it and trying to, confuse the defense.
Yeah. That was the thing that I took away from the starting offense in general was a lot of bootlegs and a lot of effective
misdirection stuff.
Yeah, where they would do a naked bootleg and there'd be nobody over there and it would be an easy completion. Or if that was all taken, that was the play where he kind of threw across his body, which is scary. But he threw it to
Rudolph.
Yeah, to Rudolph for a nice gain. And, of course, Rudolph was tackled immediately when he was touched. But
what do you mean? He's athletic.
It's not a big deal.
Well, you know what?
Frustrate me.
Irv Smith didn't look that great either. So
no, who maybe looked the best at all the tight ends was Conklin. He had a decent
that nice.
Game,
it was like 40, 50 yard gain on the screen. Yeah, that looked good. And then did he get a touchdown too? No, I don't think so. But he looked good.
So.
The starters look good on defense. They could have looked better, but at the same time, they're not they weren't blitzing. They're not throwing any exotic looks. They're not doing it's a real basic defense that they're throwing out there. I mean, they could have made a few more tackles. I'm sure Mike Zimmer is going to be on for that, but overall, I think nobody got hurt, so you have to be happy with that. Trey Wayne's made a nice pass breakup. What was it, Jalen Holmes that got to Teddy on the sack there?
Yep.
So yeah, it was fine.
What did you? Well, I guess aside from like the starters, who didn't really, there was just the one drive that they played. Who stood out to you for? I guess I just want to talk about Hercules. Hercules played great. I'm trying to figure out. I'm tired. I'm trying to figure out a way to lead into it. But that's what I want to talk about. I thought he played great. I thought Adenabo was very impressive while he was playing.
Looked like he got hurt there for a little bit, but
and then came back and like played great.
Must have got like kicked in the nuts or something.
That was actually what I thought later on. I was like, oh man, he must have caught one. Who else? I'm trying to think of who else played, but yeah, Hercules. He was kind of as advertised.
We're talking defense,
maybe. Yeah, on defense. Yeah.
I mean, we didn't hear Holton Hill's name, so that's always good.
Yeah, he played a little bit. Yeah. New guy kind of whiffed on a tackle. What's his name?
Ben Wickery.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Who else? I don't know. It's everybody. I mean, it looked okay. They won.
They looked like a second team defense.
Yeah.
You know, that's your takeaway. The third team defense looked like third team defense.
Yes. Also, great time to remind everybody that although certain players look really good when they're playing against the 2s and the 3s in some instances, that doesn't necessarily mean that they would perform like that if they were playing with the 1s.
You're talking about a quarterback? I
might be talking about a quarterback. What did you make of Slaughter's play this evening? Or Mannion's play, I guess, as well.
Mannion did decent. He had that touchdown pass that was super underthrown.
Way underthrown.
Olabisi Johnson he's the one who made the play, not Sean Mannion. And there was like a wobbly duck in the air.
Yeah, that was kind of the theme for the night, too. And you could argue that Cousins' like touch pass was also maybe a little bit underthrown to on the touchdown,
but
too.
At the same time, it was in a spot really where Thielen is the only one who could get it.
Yes, the Cousins one, I think that was where he wanted to put it. All the other ones, I don't think that was where they wanted to put it. I think it was just
Mannion, I don't think he did anything to lose ground in the backup job.
That's a great way
I do
to
think
look at
Slaughter deserves some time with the second team next week. I think you have to give him a look just to see what he can do, because every time he goes out there on the third team, he leads them to a touchdown drive. So you have to put him out in the second team if you're going to keep him there, because right now, what's the point of you're just going to have him be the third team guy and everyone's going to be crying for him to be the backup when you're like, oh, well, he only played against the third team in the preseason. Well, it's like, yeah, because you didn't give him a chance.
It's exactly right. I would love to see them do for the next, whatever the game, whenever they decide the starters aren't going to play like at all and the number 2s get like the majority of the run, they should try and alternate so they get an equal starting opportunity and see who plays better. Because I feel like that's part of, I know there's a lot of Slaughter love, but I feel like that's a huge part of why there's so much love was they paid a lot for him as an undrafted. Yeah, and then he's been performing well against third teamers, which is great and what you're supposed to do. Yes, all you can do is play as well as you can against those guys. But I think that he is kind of looking a lot better than he would look if he was playing against the 2s. I was pleasantly surprised.
We don't know that, though.
Too. Well, it's true. We don't. It's true.
Yeah. I can see some of the problems that the Vikings coaches have with Slaughter, that he's not, the traditional drop back and run the offense kind of quarterback. But when he's on the field, he gets stuff done. Like,
yes,
he makes plays, and
it is impossible.
Sometimes it doesn't matter if you run the offense by the book. If some guy gets out there and runs your offense and leads you to points, you should be happy with that.
Yes, and I think that's part of why the Slaughter argument is so like polarizing and can be so divisive. It's because you really can't argue with what he's done on the field. He's looked good. He's played really well. He has an amazing stat line. Like it's obscene what he's done in the preseason. But can he do it against the twos? Whatever.
Yeah, give him a chance. They're playing the Seahawks next week. They have some pretty good. I think they have some pretty good depth on defense. I think they're playing the Seahawks. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
At home.
Yep.
So give him a shot. Give him some reps. If he doesn't do good, then he's not the. I don't think it's gonna hurt Mannion to go against third team if he has to. So
I'm sure he'd be just fine.
Give him a shot,
or maybe not just fine, but I'm sure he would play just fine in that role.
What about running backs? Dalvin Cook didn't play.
No, Dalvin Cook didn't play, and I'm happy about it.
Thought he might. You are?
I am happy about it. I don't need to see him out there. He's cool. I get what he can do.
You don't need to see a Jermaine Kearse injury to happen to him out there.
Exactly. That is what it feels like at this point. Is like I would maybe even do the like Sean McVay, where just you're good for the entire preseason. Like we know what you can do. You're fine. We'll
I think it was Courtney Cronin tweeted nose injuries or whatever, and they said that it's probably better for him to at least get a couple reps just to get that knee like used to the cuts
contact
and stuff
and
in real action, other than just taking 4 weeks off and then going full speed right in week 1. So I think he should get a couple reps maybe next week, because I think he sat out the night practice too.
Oh, did he? Yeah. Well, and that's the thing is you want him to be ready, but you don't want him to get hurt, obviously. But yeah, You're right. And that's what the athletes say is if you're playing to not get hurt, you're definitely going to get hurt, and changing what is normal for an athlete because you don't want them to get injured almost invites injury because they're doing things they're not used to doing. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, I get what you're saying.
Madison looked good.
He did. I was impressed. I was a little bit surprised how often he touched the ball. Like if it's
a preseason.
It is. And he's basically their only guy, but gives me a little glimpse into it seems like they have a fair amount of confidence in him. I'm not saying that he's going to be like getting a million touches during the season, but it looks like they're fine with him touching the ball.
All the running backs look pretty good tonight. I don't know if it's because of that scheme or whatever, them switching, but all the running backs looked pretty good tonight.
They did, definitely.
He had a nice long run. Mike Boone had a nice long touchdown run. What are they going to do with Mike Boone?
I don't know.
Do they keep 4 running backs? Because Abdullah's probably the kick returner.
Well, and Abdullah played pretty darn well himself. Yeah, he had a nice little run on his. Yeah, man.
Someone's going to sign Mike Boone if you put him on the practice squad.
That's what I was just going to say. Was who do you assume you're going to have for a longer period of time? And it has to be Mike Boone, right? But who's more of a weapon right now? That's tough.
Who do you put a kick returner if you don't have Abdullah? Then you create a whole other problem.
That's what I'm saying. And does Mike
maybe
Boone
they just
give
keep
you
4
that
running
much?
Backs.
Yeah,
maybe they keep 4 running backs and 2 quarterbacks
on a Mike Zimmer team. Do you think that's going to fly?
They kept 2 quarterbacks before. They've done.
That's true. And they've done goofy things.
It was
like that. We always assume
Slaughter and Bradford.
Lean defense. They don't always do that.
Yeah. It was Keenum and Bradford, Slaughter and Bradford.
Mm-hmm.
Those years, or was it Sean Hill and Bradford?
Yeah.
Those glory years.
Terrifying.
It was fun to listen. I did listen to a certain radio station the other day because they had Alex Boone on there, and I just wanted to hear him talk, and it was pretty interesting to hear him talk about 2016.
I was so impressed with how he came off because I thought he was going to be a turd and kind of throw everybody under the bus, but he
might have ruined a few of their partnerships with other companies, but that's okay.
But that's fine. But yeah, for him to get up there and like say it the way it happened like that, I thought that was really cool. I thought that was admirable.
He's always been honest.
Definitely. That's a great way to put it.
He'll do really well in media.
What else?
Bailey made all of his extra points.
God, thank you for bringing it up. Weil was a holder the entire time. I'm not sure if they were alternating long snappers because obviously that was the most important part of the game today.
I didn't notice
doing the long snapping. I didn't notice either, but I did notice every long snap perfect. Can't say the same for New Orleans. They had a couple that were a little not so awesome, but long snaps look good. So kudos to whoever was doing that.
I think Weil had 2 punts too, and they looked pretty good. I think they're both in the 20. So he looked good. Rookies, I think we talked about BC Johnson. Irv Smith Jr., he's not,
Hard to have an opinion on that.
Yeah, he was there for a bunch of time, but still hard to evaluate when gets one series with the first team offense, which is probably the unit he's probably going to be working with the most. Madison did good.
That's probably the most you could glean from that performance is where he was and how little he played today. Irv Smith Jr.
Guessing Bradbury did good because I didn't really notice him doing bad.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, Rashad Hill gets a holding call, I think, on that first play or whatever.
Oh, God. Can we talk a little bit about how many
penalties? The penalties?
Jeez Louise.
Oh, it's preseason.
God, I forget. Every year we do this, and every year I get into it, and I'm like, oh, that's right. These are train wrecks for like 3 hours. You have to watch these guys work.
You can blame some of that on the officials, too, because they're trying to figure out what calls are what and what you should call. So
it's so rough because then too the telecasts or like the replays are like, oh fun, that was like a shot of the ground.
Like what was they called a holding on, was it Xavier Rhodes? And he put his hand on some guy's shoulder pad for 2 seconds, and then that was a hold.
That was a hold. Yep. And it just hurts so bad when you're trying to keep the game moving. For me, it's like, I know we're going to do this afterwards, and it's like some of these, we're challenging this. This is what we're challenging.
I think the game's early next week, so you won't have to stay up so
good deal.
late.
Man, I was happy about it. I thought they played well.
Teddy.
Oh yeah, Teddy. Yeah. What did you think of how?
He looked like himself.
Were you more impressed with Teddy's performance or the special teams guy that they have play quarterback sometimes?
Oh, Teddy.
Were you?
Sure.
Dude.
Taysom Hill. He can run, I guess. But that's a horrible passer. He's like Joe. He's like, let's just not beat around the bush. He's the white Joe Webb.
Just say it like it is. That's actually a really good comparison. He impresses me. He's just like gamer dude. It's like they need
Teddy?
a first. No, the
Taysom
Hill need a first down. Stupid kid runs for a first down.
Yeah, he's one of those annoying people that you're like, he's going to get the ball, and then he still gets it, and he gets first down.
Yeah, he's got a little Tebow in him like that.
But Teddy looked good. He looked himself. Like, he's not a deep ball kind of guy. He just gets the ball, intermediate throws where they need to be. You look at you don't think he's doing much. Then you look up at the stats, and he's got 150 yards passing, and he's completed 70% of his passes, and you're like, oh, okay. I guess he's pretty
really
good.
Well. Yeah,
I got a little worried. Was it Hercules Manafa when he went a little low?
Yeah, man.
Teddy there.
That was what I thought when the whole time he was playing was guys were trying to tackle him low, and I was like, oh man, look at me rooting for Teddy Bridgewater because I'm like, oh, is he okay? Get up, Teddy.
Yeah.
It's like,
well, that's elite. That's not. Those aren't legal hits anyway.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, they
ever
made a rule
since
against that.
Tom Brady had that happen to him, they made that rule. So
because God forbid
you can hit a quarterback right between his belt loops. That's about it.
In the strike zone, belly button only. Teddy Bridgewater looked good. He spins the ball so well. I like watching him play football.
Tavius Murray looked pretty good too.
He did, yes. Who was the?
I don't remember him. Was Sherrill's out there? I don't remember.
I don't remember seeing him, but who was the fullback?
Tight end?
Yes, Zach Line was looking. He played pretty well. Saints will be good. It's so fun to watch football.
Their first couple games are pretty hard. I think they have the Seahawks, Cowboys, Falcons, Rams. Their first 5 games are against those teams. So
that offense is just so scary. They do that swing pass thing to Kamara, and that is just deadly, dude. He is so good. You could see a glimpses of it too, a couple of times.
Yeah, he wasn't even trying tonight. He was making people miss.
Yeah, and again,
because Kendricks had that first play. Kendricks had him right and wrapped up and everything, and he just slid right off him.
For sure.
And it's weird because he's not that big of a dude. He's just slippery, I guess.
Just a good football player.
One last thing before we go.
When you're selling online,
Getting your orders out can be a real pain. That is why you need ShipStation.com. It's the fastest, easiest, and most affordable way to manage and ship your orders. No matter where you're selling, Amazon, Etsy, your own website, ShipStation brings all your orders into one simple interface. ShipStation helps you get orders out quickly, save money on shipping costs, and keep your customers happy. And right now, Blue Wire listeners can try ShipStation free for 60 days when you use promo code BLUE. Absolutely no risk. Start your free trial even without entering your credit card info. ShipStation works with all of the major carriers, including USPS, FedEx, UPS, even Amazon Fulfillment, so you can compare and choose the best shipping solution for you and your customer. No wonder ShipStation is the #1 choice of online sellers. You'll ship more in less time with the best rates available. Just visit ShipStation.com, click on the microphone at the top of the homepage, and type in BLUE. ShipStation.com, promo code BLUE. ShipStation.com, make ship happen.
What do you think of the new helmets?
I like them.
They
like
look
that they match.
better.
Yeah, I like that they match.
I don't think I ever really noticed.
Oh, dude, it was one of the... They used to bug me so bad.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that the colors didn't match. And it only happened because, like, I knew that was the reason, was because they weren't shiny anymore, so it didn't, like, match up because it was the matte finish. But, yeah, that had been bothering me for quite some time.
They look good now.
Yeah, looking real sharp now. I just was so psyched. Like, I was, like, all adrenaline rushing because, like, football's back, man. It's here. Watching Vikings on the television.
Did you watch anybody last night?
No.
Did you see any of the Baker highlights or whatever?
I didn't see anything. I watched the Twins because they are good now, so it's time to check in on them. But that was basically...
Yeah, Baker looked good. Kyler Murray looked pretty good. Daniel Jones looked pretty good.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's weird. Who else? Oh yeah, there's lots of football.
Lots of football. It's really
more
exciting
tomorrow.
stuff. I was just reading about a certain somebody's feet, frostbitten feet,
Oh.
which should be fun to watch.
Antonio Brown is a whole.
You just can't make it up.
I just go back to someone thinking that the Vikings should trade for Antonio Brown, and how ridiculous of a thought that was, and how it's just like being cemented as not going to play football because he can't wear his helmet.
Mm-hmm. He'll retire about it. Yeah, it's
first off, can't he just say like, "Oh, I'm going to wear the helmet," and then wear whatever helmets he wants on the field? Can't he just do that?
No, it's a rule. So,
you got John Gruden's master enforcer.
Like, totally. No, it's like
he doesn't let anyone
stuff. I was just reading on The Athletic. He was like on the phone.
Oh, I know it's a rule, but like, I'm saying like, can't he just be like, "Yeah, I'll wear it," and then
wear a different helmet? Would anybody notice? And also, that's a great point. What is the punishment for wearing the wrong helmet? Would they just
like
fine
a uniform violation? They probably fine you, which he can afford.
Dude, totally. Guys ride on their shoes every week. They're like no-name dudes who afford that.
And why do the Raiders care? Like they have like they're this prestigious organization. Maybe back in the day, actually, I don't even think they were. They won Super Bowls, but they've never been known as like a super classy.
No, they're pirates. They're pure evil. Yeah. That's part of the like awesome
what's up with like
them.
We got to follow the rules now. You signed Richie Incognito on Vontez's birthday.
And you're worried about what helmet he's wearing?
Yeah, come on.
That's a great point, dude. Great point.
Yeah. We can talk more about that and the first episode of Hard Knocks if you've seen it on Monday.
Yes.
I think it's on the whole episode's on YouTube for those who haven't seen it.
I'm probably going to watch it again because I love that show so much.
Yeah.
Showing the history of
All or Nothing is good too this year with the Panthers.
Oh yeah, that's right. I got to check that out. I still haven't watched it.
Says Norv's on there, swearing up a storm.
Awesome. I think that's my favorite part is just watching old dudes like curse, old football guys curse. It's like football.
Yeah.
All right, bud. I'll talk to you on
1-0, undefeated.
1-0, undefeated. No big deal.
Big game. Home opener next week.
Miami, here we come.
Woo! Let's go.
Let's go, man.